Happy griping, everybody. Thank you all for listening to another installment of 25 Days, 25 Gripes, in which we look at annoying ass people and their annoying ass habits. I'm your host, Mr. P, and this evening we're taking aim at musicals, and how there's no quicker way to make me fall asleep than to subject me to your shitty rendition of Michael Jackson's Thriller. I consider this episode to be a distant cousin to the episode regarding concerts and music snobs, but this episode focuses directly on musical movies as well as stage productions, because let's be honest, they both suck. Musicals are the one type of movie I actively avoid, other than maybe apocalyptic movies and foreign movies. Not because I'm racist or anything, I just like to understand what's happening on screen and not have to read any subtitles. And I was subjected to two waves of musical overload growing up. High School Musical was all the rage in the late 2000s. Then late in high school for me was when all the Hamilton bullshit started. And I guess my biggest issue with musicals is that I like movies that are authentic and can actually happen. Which is why I don't like apocalypse movies. I always smirk when people say, "We're gonna end up like The Walking Dead or World War Z one day. Just watch." Right, I'm sure we will. I'll see you there. Kind of like how the world was supposed to end in the new millennium, or when the Mayan calendar expired in 2012. Just another thing to stir people up. Same shit with musicals. You cannot tell me that Grease would happen in real life, because unless you're a theater kid, and I'll get to them shortly, no students will just sing dialogue to each other that could easily be said in conversation without the theatrics. Especially in that movie when the two of them are greasers. Greasers don't fucking sing to each other. In real life, greasers would probably beat your ass if you walked up to them talking about, "You're the one. Imagine if I walked into work one day and went, "Brandon, how was your morning? How are your bowels? Oh, do I love you?" I'd be fucking institutionalized. And just the blend of actual dialogue that occurs every day being followed by somebody randomly staring into the audience, breaking out into shitty singing and dancing. What I really can't get behind is the fucking opera. Jesus Christ, the opera. And people make date nights out of that. People will literally clear their schedules, wear very expensive clothing, and consider it a treat to themselves to watch some asshole with half of a white mask or some clown makeup stand there for 4 hours and go, and then after that performance, they'll sit there with tears in their eyes and go, That was beautiful. That was art." No, it wasn't. I didn't know what the fuck they were saying the entire time. Bruce Wayne had the right idea. I'd lead my parents to a crime-ridden alley too, where they're likely to get mugged and shot if they drag me to an opera show. And you know, maybe a lot of my venom towards this topic also stems from a lot of theater kids that I knew in high school, and how 97% of them are the cringiest motherfuckers I've ever met in my entire life. They'd somehow get a pass from having to be subjected to actual classes like the rest of us and get to hang out by a piano all day and, I don't know, drink hot lemon tea and hiss at each other. And a lot of the theater kids I knew in high school were fucking snippy, which I obviously understand being an asshole. But on that flip side, a lot of them were just, "Don't bully me, I'm a kind and delicate flower." And then 20 minutes later, when they feel safe, they're in their little circle jerk backstage, gossiping who's all fucking who, telling people to kill themselves, looking at the average student like they're less than them because they're not an artist. "Can't you tell by my black turtleneck that I'm an arty type?" And we all knew that kid in theater that had a part in the school play, and closer to the show date, they'd stay in character all day and keep their shitty accents that they learned from YouTube how-to videos. Who the fuck do you think you are, Daniel Day-Lewis or Meryl Streep? I can promise you that the Academy has no plans of watching you perform an interpretive dance. The only reason I'm watching this shit is because the school is making us watch the first part of the play for support. And that they'll mistakenly believe that it'll entice us to go back that night and waste our free time to watch the rest of the show. What about you guys? Did you go to high school with a theater kid that would hiss at you? Do you understand why the fuck Hamilton is so popular? Does the opera also make your ears bleed? I hope you guys enjoyed today's gripe. Tomorrow we'll be discussing the grocery store, and how you're always guaranteed to be reminded of how little hope there is for the human race. Thank you guys for listening, and as always, if you're enjoying what I'm spewing, please like and subscribe.